Hey Eagles, Coach Allard again with another one of our Film Fridays. This one we're going to be talking about our outside zone concept, 8 or 9. This is going to be just like our stretch concept last year, which was a big play for us last year. Got a lot of our big gainers off this. We're hoping with a few kind of quick changes and nuances, we're going to get similar results just more often. I really think this is going to be a big play for us because, again, it's going to bring that bounce, but it's also going to allow us to bang and bend our running back cuts to really look for some big plays out of this. And I'm looking for this to be a big kind of home run hitter run for us this season. But looking at kind of our whys, very similar to what you've looked at throughout our videos. We need a perimeter run play. This play is definitely an edge, or has the possibility of being a big time edge play. It's going to be a natural progression off of our zone concept. It's pretty much just our inside zone. Our aiming points are just going to be widened. Our tag system is going to allow us to do multiple things off this. And again, if you've noticed, we've got over 5 plays. A lot of our tags are carried over. So even if we go through a video and it's got 5 tags, maybe only 3 of them are different. So really, we're only looking at about, maybe 10 tags off of these plays. And don't worry, we're going to rep all of these during our off season and during our preseason. But once we get to kind of game time, we're really going to focus and think, you know what, these are the 3 or 4 or 5 tags or 3 or 4 or 5 runs that we're really going to focus on this week based on scouting, based on kind of what we're doing well. All right, and again, easy. It's a 3-point read for our running backs. Our offensive line is going to have some opportunities to really just kind of get upfield and get after people, and our quarterback's going to have some easy reads as well, just like our other concepts. So play calling, real simple again, even numbers to the right. So 8 is going to be OZ or stretch right. 9 is going to be OZ or stretch left. We've got a variety of different tags. Again, tag was off of our inside zone concept video. The new one are going to be the 3 in the middle there. Ducks, Jet G, Zoom, and Book is another tag that we've had throughout this as well. Is kind of a read for this play. All right, so our outside zone, a little basically thinking about this like our inside zone, except we're not really looking for those double teams. If they're there, we'll take them. If they're not, if our players have kind of reached their player, the next guy is going to look to get upfield. All right, and I'll kind of talk over that as we look at our different alignments and play calls. All right. And really, the key is we're going to look if our guys got him handled, we're looking to get up. Looking to get upfield. All right, we're going to take the defender where they want to go. If we're blocking them and they're trying to get to the sideline, take them to the sideline. Running back's job is to make the cut off that. If they're cutting inside, throw them inside. We're not worried about them. Throw them inside. Get up to the next level. Running back reads. All right. For our outside zone, if we on the sideline tell the running backs, hey, we think the bang is going to be there. That means their defensive end is kind of trying to get way to the outside, or maybe they're over pursuing. Look to bang. All right. If we're really doing a good job at sealing the edge, all right, we're going to tell the running back to bounce to the outside, get to that outside alley, get up the sideline, and go. If we talk about bend, we're really killing this team on the outside zone, or we killed last week's team on the outside zone, and when they see it, they're sending everybody to the outside. Let's look for that bend. Let's look to bend it all the way back across the formation and really make a big play out of this. But if you bend, you got to get 5 yards. We can't force this. All right, I was at a clinic, some coaches from Stanford, and they were talking about a guy, may have heard of Christian McCaffrey, top 10 pick by the Carolina Panthers this way. Last season on their zone and their power concepts, he only made a bend cut 5 times. Every time he made a bend cut, out of those 5 times, 4 were for touchdowns. He averaged 35 yards on a bend. But he didn't do them just because. He made sure that the defense was allowing that to happen. You cannot force a bend play. All right, you've got to allow that to happen naturally and allow that big play. Be aware that it could be there, but don't force. All right, sample play call. Again, we're in our tilt formation, which means twins to the left. We got a W tag for our H, which means he's away from that. We've got a far tag for our money, so that tag is gonna put him over to the right. Again, uh, away from the tilt formation, and then we've got a 9, which is indicate outside zone to the left. And you can kind of see everybody is taking a big step to the left, almost like they're going to pull. We're looking for a reach of that end. All right, but again, that tackle, take that end wherever they want to go. We would like to get you sealed up on him, but if he wants to go to the sideline, take him out. We'll bend right next to him. All right, you're going to see kind of in the middle there, guard and tack, or our guard is going to make a big step as well with our center. Okay, if our center can get to that tackle and the guard feels like they've got it, the guard is going to go automatically up to the linebacker. But they're going to wait and kind of do that in conjunction together to get up to that linebacker. Our backside, we're going to do the same thing with our guard and tackle. They're going to both step to that nose. Whoever can get that reach, hopefully it's going to be the tackle kind of getting to that reach, and our guard can get up to the middle linebacker. And our H is just going to kind of look, based on where they are in the formation, they're going to look to kind of cut off any backside penetration and then get up to the next level, kind of a punch, and then get through. All right? And we're going to tell that H you're going to be looking for the most dangerous person. All right, our quarterback off of our outside zone, it is going to be very key for you to carry out a fake off of this, meaning you ride, and then you go back the other way. Under this, we're not reading it, but we just want to get in the habit of doing that on every play. And if we can hold those backers for a little bit with a threat of run, that'll be awesome for us. Let's look at our tag call. All right, just like in our regular zone, our tag is going to tell the backside tackle, backside guard, you're going to fold block. So we could run, and if you look at a team like Oregon, who really ran this in their heyday with Chip Kelly, or kind of when LaShawn McCoy was running all over people with the Eagles, they were running an awful lot of outside zone, and again, they ran it into the boundary. So you'd get a lot of people split out wide and make a difficult block for both of those folks. So it's easier to get that tackle to come up underneath, get a nice double team with our H, and have them get up to the middle linebacker, and have kind of the guard let those guys go through and kick out that backside end. Everybody else is staying the same. Corner or quarterback is taking out their fake. Running back is going to read that end for a bounce, a bend, or a bang, and we're off to the races. And again, this should be a really big play for us. Our Ducks tag is something that I watched Oregon do a lot with Chip Kelly, with teams that, if we really get our inside zone going and we can make it look like we're going to run an inside zone, and we can manipulate the box and get people to crowd 8 guys in the box. This Ducks, oh man, I mean, we could have guards and tackles running the running back into the end zone because there won't be anybody to block. This formation is a new formation for us. It's our deuce formation, which is just going to mean double tight ends. This is the only time that our left or our right are going to be off the line of scrimmage. So we're going to have our H and our Y in the game as 2 tight ends. The Ducks tag is going to tell us we're going to run a pull scheme with both our play side tackle and our play side guard. All right, and when we do this, it's going to be just like our buck sweep. Our first puller is going to be looking for that kick out to the sidewalk. Our second puller is going to be leading up through the hole. We're going to look for a hook on that end with our Y or our H, whoever happens to be there, and then same bang bend read for our running back. All right, really think it's going to be a big play because we're going to have that tight formation, which is going to bring people in off of this. Or again, if we're running it into the boundary, it's It's going to lessen that pull, but it's going to really, really create a nice alley for us and look slightly different than a buck sweep or any of those. All right. Running back, when we call this play, it's most likely going to be a bounce, but don't think every time it's going to be a bounce. That's just going to be your first read, and then we'll come back to the other bend or bang on this. And I can post, maybe I'll put them on the Schoology or I'll put them on the YouTube playlist of some videos with back when like LaMichael James and Kenton Barner were playing at Oregon, is they were getting some real gut 60, 70-yard runs with cutbacks on this because the teams were over pursuing the outside zone. But again, don't force it. All right, our jet G tag. So we had a jet tag, which is a motion. The G is going to indicate that we are going to give on this play. All right, so here we're in our Lex formation, which means we're going to be empty. Lex and Rex is empty formations with the E. And our L is going to indicate that we've got the L. And I know the L and the R are mixed up in there. I'm just flip-flopping and forgetting to change them. But our it means our Lexus, we're gonna bring our Z and our Y over to the left. We could run, we saw burn tight. We can run, Lex tight. We whatever we want out of this formation as well, and get similar. All right. The Jet G tag. If we go Lex money 9 Jet G, or it should the wordings there is a little bit different. It would be Lex 9